Right. So I think we'll wait for the audience, the invite to the agenda uh, and the webinar today. So we will wait for them like 5 minutes and we can get started with our content. Is that okay? Hi, Anthony. Hi, Tron. Welcome to the webinar. Can you see my screen? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, thank you so much. So the webinar will be start in 2 minutes. And my name is Huy. I'm a product owner at Onix. And today I will be the one who introduce you to the new changes in Onix applications, Onix Work, and also Onix Inspect and Worker. Uh, and after that, we will have another presenter who will do the demonstration and also go into detail into the features so that you will know more about our upgrade. Okay, so we will wait for 2 more minutes and then we can start with our agenda today. And thank you so much for being here. Yes, so we invite for more than 200 webinar. The invite we invite to more than 200 people to the webinar, and there are a few of them, and we'll wait until 3 and 5 minutes so that we can start it. And the webinar also is also recorded, so they can see it after this. Okay, I think we should start now. Yes. So welcome to the webinar. Uh, Today webinar is the purpose of this one is to get everyone understand and also being wow by our features, our upgrade, uh, and you can understand more why we do it, and how can you do it in our applications. So for today webinar, we will have three parts. The first one is the overview of the changes. The second one is features demo. It's mean a setup demonstration on how to work on the new features. And the last one is the Q&A. You can ask questions and I will the one who answer it. Okay, so this is the overview part. You can find this one in our Onix community at forum.onix.com. I will send you the link in the chat, forum.onix.com, where you can access. You can post your product IDs to enhance our products, and also you can post on the bugs that you found in our applications. And this one, you can see there will be a lot of changes during this release. Uh, for example, the first one, we have the change on Onix application. It's the tag equipment. For those who are confused about the name target, so target is mean that your equipment has been linked to a QR or an RFID, so that when you scan it, you can find your equipment instantly using your mobile phone, and you can find it in Onix Worker and Onix Inspect. And the next thing is about the global ID. You know that when you tag an equipment, this will be needed for an ID. So previously we call it the EPC, the electronic product code. This means that that is the identifier for your equipment. But now we change it to the term global ID, so it can be included with QR, RFID, NFC, and many other things. And we go to the changes for each application for Onix Work. You can see the new one, and I think that many users have long waited for it. That is the interact with the underlay equipment list. So you can see that when you open the Onix Work today, and you can see the equipment list, right? But when you open the equipment detail, you can only open it one by one, and that is taking a lot of time for you guys. And now we changing it. You can change to view another equipment using the list, and meanwhile you can open the equipment details to see its information. And the next thing we enhance is for the panels. For every opens, we can use the keyboard to save our information, and also using the escape button in your toolbar, in your keyboard, to close the panel. Okay. And another thing is we can filter for the double quotes. It means that we can use the exact filter, and we can go into the details after this. Okay. And the next thing is for the company's module. You know that we already work on the company's module, and it's a good module to us. So we try to enhance it with more and more features. For example, you can sorting grouping by the terminated member companies, and you can remove a connection to another companies easier. And for the others module, so we also make changes to the other module where you can have better selection for the companies when you select for the field of customer and also suppliers. And you can also will be prevented to process a terminated member company with another. Okay. And for the equipment, we create a new view called My Checkout Equipment, so that you know that which equipment is checked out. And for the issue, in the issue, we have the terms views, so that you can view the list of the issue. But we haven't support the comment and the solution as a display field as a column for the issue list. But now we are changing it. We add comment and solution as columns, so that you can view it easier in the issue module. And for the settings, we have the user and role, and we will add the columns mobile phone, location, department, so that you can manage your user easier. And for Onix Worker, we also have the new function. That is, you can view the main or the sub equipment using Onix Worker, and this change will be applied to Onix Inspect as well. And furthermore, another interesting change, that you can use Onix Worker to check in and check out your equipment. And this check in and check out equipment can be tracked by a history. So we call it the equipment history. You can see all the changes of the equipment inside of that equipment history. And the view my checkout equipment also supported in Onix Worker. And finally, we have the Onix Tag application. It used to be named Onix Tag, but we found that there are a lot of confusion caused by the name. So we decided to change it to another name, which is Onix Pick and Pack. And why is it interesting? We will show it later in the presentation. And lastly, we have a new Onix Maker application, and you can see how it works and what will it help you during your daily routine. Okay, so I think that's my part of the overview. And there will be another presenter, another beautiful girl, who will continue to go deeply into the functions, and you can see how it works and what we will do. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Hui, for the great overview of this release. So now we move on to the details of each feature. So please let me walk you through the detail. So firstly, we will have a new feature coming to all of Onix apps, which is a new set of icons and display fields. So as you can see in the screenshots over here, and if your equipment has been tagged, it will have an icon named tagged. And the display field tag type will uh, identify the type of the tag, either it is NFC, QR, RFID, or any other technology. And this change can be seen in Onix Inspect, Onix Worker, Onix Tool Store, and of course in Onix Work. Next, as we has presented, we will have the global ID as a unified equipment identifier. So on the interface, you will see that the term EPC is now fully replaced by the term global ID. And this is a screenshot from the equipment module of Onix Work. And these are the new display fields. Okay. And that those are the two new features coming to all of Onix apps. And now we move on to the detail of each app. So for Onix Work, this is a very exciting new feature because it will help save a lot of extra clicks. And of course, we expect that this will help you move faster in your daily work. So this is applied in equipment and jobs model. So as you can see, I am opening a list of equipment and I am opening an equipment over here. So there used to be a gray overlay, right? And you cannot click on them. You have to click close in the top. But now if you open equipment module and then you open an equipment like this, you can always select another equipment in the list over here. So if I am in this equipment, I can always choose the another equipment down the list. And then I do not have to click on the X button to close and switch. And another enhancement in Onix Work is also exciting and related to navigation. So previously, if you want to save a change, you have to click the save button. But now you can finish the task and save by pressing Ctrl plus S on your keyboard. And if you want to close this detail panel, uh, previously, you have to click on this X button over here, but now you can click outside of the detail panel to close it, or you can press the X button on your keyboard. So there are three ways: the traditional way, the escape button, and click on the gray overlay outside of the panel. And next, we have an enhancement which is applied in all three apps, Onix Work, Onix Worker, and Onix Inspect. So here you can filter for exact matches. In the previous releases, we have introduced the ability to search in this search box over here, but now you can do it even in the filter criteria. So if you click on a field, sorry, okay, I am back in the slide. So if you click on the field, there will be an information icon next to the field's name. And this will imply that you can search for exact result by enclosing your value with double quote. So for example, if you have a really long list of equipment that has uh, really short serial numbers or batch numbers, then this exact result search will help you narrow down the search list and eventually you can find your item more quickly. Okay, please let me know if you have any question or if you want me to show any items again. Okay, And next, we have an enhancement coming to the equipment model. So if uh, you want to create a new equipment, you can do it more quickly by using our suggested value. So here are two scenarios. First, you are opening an equipment list, and then you are filtering for the company and then the location, as you can see in the first screenshot over here. And in the second scenario, you are using a customized view, equipment view, and inside that view, the filters are for the company and a location. So in both of the scenarios, when you create any new equipment, the field owner and location will be filled for you. So if you want to change, you can change it, but it will help you save time filling in these two fields. And the next one is enhancement, which is supported in both Onix Work and Onix Worker. So uh, this is a new view called My Checked Out Equipment. Uh, this will show a list of equipment that is currently checked out, and the one who performs the checkout is you. The next one is a list of enhancements in the company's model, which I will show you in detail later. But just for an overview, uh, in the previous release, we have introduced to you a new company's model, and it also have the view, the filter, and the sorting and the grouping as other models. But now we are empowering it with the ability to create your own views. So if you have a list of companies that you frequently work with, then you can create your own view and then share it with your coworkers. Another one is to filter and sort and group terminated member companies so that you know if there is any company that do not use Onix Work anymore, then you cannot perform actions with these companies. This will help you ensure that your equipment and job and document data are correct and consistent. And finally, the enhancement in company's model is in the connection. So if you have a connection with any company and then you want to remove, we have added a remove connection button in the connection detail, which will be shown later on. Okay, and the next enhancement in Onix Work is in the orders model. So uh, the name is better select company in customer and supplier fields. And how can we do it? We will do it by helping you access detailed information of customer and supplier companies upfront during the company selection. So if you are selecting a supplier over here, uh, then you will see that there is an I button which you can click on, and then there will be a full detail panel just as in the company's model. And if you are delivering the order to a non-member company, uh, and this non-member company has not been created yet, then you can also create right from here, right from the orders model, and you don't have to switch to another place to do it. Also, in the orders model of Onix Work, you can, if you want to process the order to a terminated member company, this action will now be prevented. So if you have if you are using an ERP system to import the order information into Onix Work, then in case that that company, that customer company of yours is a terminated one, there will be a warning text. And when you try to process the order, there will be a warning saying that you cannot process this order. So this action, this feature will help to ensure that your order and equipment data are consistent and correct. Next, we have a new enhancement in the issues model. So in the issues model, if you uh, create your custom view, you can add the common and the solution columns, the display fields into the view. So as you can see, if you want to add this, uh, you can click on the gear, the setting button next to the pin icon over here, and then you create a new view. And afterwards, uh, in that new view, you will select the fields to display, and then you add the comment and solution into the list view. Okay, next is an enhancement in the settings. This is quite obvious as you can now open the settings module and then see a list of user with the mobile, the location, and the department display fields shown right on the list. So you don't have to open each user to see it. And the next one will be a new sub-privilege. This is coupled with the Onix Worker's new check-in and check-out equipment feature. By default, this option will be off. And how will it affect your daily work? I will present it in the demonstration feature section after this overview. Okay, so we have gone through all of the features and enhancements in Onix Work. So now we'll come to Onix Worker and Onix Inspect. So here you can see that this is a really much anticipated feature in these two mobile apps. So here now you can view and link man or sub equipments. This screenshot on the left is uh, the Onix Worker before this release. And now you can see the difference here is it has a sub-equipment section over here, right below the pictures. What you can do with this? You can view if this equipment has any sub or main equipment, and then you can see that sub or main equipment's detail. You can also link uh, the main or the sub equipment with each other with a single swipe. Or you can also search them quickly by scanning the text and link them together. So this will be presented more in detail when we come to the features demo. Next one is a new feature only in Onix Worker. So uh, if you ever hear about checkout, check-in equipment, you might just think of Onix Stone Store, right? But now we have introduced this in Onix Worker. So it means that you do not have to set up a fixed uh, like a fixed tablet or a fixed device in one place for the Onix Stone Store anymore. You can use it right from Onix Worker. And uh, you can check out and check in and then also check the usage status of the equipment. But you have to make sure that you get the right privilege and then get the right number of Toonstar license in your companies. This is where the new sub-privilege checkout in equipment on its worker that I mentioned just earlier comes in. And this is a new feature that was previously introduced in Onix Work, and now it we also bring it to Onix Worker. So if you open any equipment in Onix Worker and you scroll down just a little bit in the created modified section, expand it and then click on view for equipment history, there will be a list of all of the changes made to this equipment. So you will know that who changed the detail of this equipment, the source of the changes, the apps, and the time the place that they made the change. Here you can search for a change by typing in the keyword or sort by the date and many other criteria or also filter by clicking on this button on the screen's corner. And here, if this is a new name for Onix Pick and Pack, previously named Onix Tag. So this is from today's onwards, the Onix application will be renamed to Onix Pick and Pack. And this is just a new name. The features are the same. But Onix Pick and Pack is considered a separate application from Onix Tag. This means that if you are using the Windows version of Onix Tag earlier, then you have to install uh, the new Windows app, which has the name Onix Pick and Pack applied. And if you are using the website version of Onix Tag earlier, when you enter the URL, you will be redirected to Onix Pick and Pack automatically. So if you are using the web version, you do not have to do any action. And just a note, in case that you have any internal training material that mentions the use or instruct your co-workers to use Onix Tag, then please help us spare some time to update the material with the new name Onix Pick and Pack. We believe that this name change uh, will help eliminate any confusion with the app because this app is designed the idea with the intention to help you picking and packing equipment more easily. And just an important note here. So if you are using the Windows version of Onix Tag and you do not have the time or the resource to reinstall the new Windows application just yet, then please be assured that we do not restrict usage of Onix Stack right now. So you can continue to use this for a while so that you have time to transition to the new application, the new name, Onix Pick and Pack. That please note that the old version Onix Stack will be discontinued in the future. So when we have official information, we definitely will inform to you promptly. If you come to our Onyx community, there is an important notice topic with the name Onyx tag is renamed to Onyx Pick and Pack from 10th of May 2024. And in the section Action Required, you will find the new URLs to use the uh, new web browser and also the installation link for the Windows version. And finally, uh, the build of a new app, Onix Maker. So Onix Maker will help you to input the equipment details straight from the manufacturing point before you start packing and picking or numbering the equipment with the Onix Pick and Pack app. Here you can uh, upload an Excel file containing the serial number, batch number, and global ID, which is which helps identify the tags of equipment. And what will you receive? You will receive a clear error feedback if there is any equipment that cannot be processed in Onix system, and you can check upload status transparently. And you will also receive notification via email promptly about the status of your upload. See, this is the upload history with the details of each upload and the status. Also, if it is failed, it is not successful and equipment cannot be created in the Unix system, you can also view details to correct the errors promptly. And this is an email saying that you have completed the upload with details of your upload. And now we come to the features demo. Uh, the enhancements in companies module I have mentioned earlier, the checkout and check-in equipment from Onix Worker, the man sub equipment feature in Onix Worker and Onix Inspect, but please, because of the time constraint and since the uh, feature are quite similar, please let me demonstrate this feature in Onix Worker, but please know that it is similar in Onix Inspect. And finally, a simple upload of Onix Maker web app. So please hang on just a bit and then I will share my screen. In case that you have any question, uh, please type in the inbox and then in the Q&A session, we will uh, have a look and then answer those questions. Okay. Okay. So I think that you can see my screen right now. If you do not see it, please let me know in the chat, public chat message. Okay. So now I am in Onix Work, and then I will start with the company's model. So we have a list of new enhancement coming to to the company's model. The first thing will be to create a custom view. So here I am in the default one on active non-member and connected member companies. But then I only work with the non-member companies. Then how can I uh, create a view for myself? So I can click on create a new view over here, and then I will uh, name it. And only I can see this view. I don't want to share this with my coworkers. And here I can select the criteria to filter for the list of companies. We choose industry because I manage companies working in the lifting industry and also the construction. Of course, you can also select multiple criteria for the filter over here. So if you click on add a field, you can always choose from our supported display field. You can also filter by the zip code to see if there are which companies are in your area. Okay, then I only use one filter criterion right over here. And then I click save by pressing Ctrl S on my keyboard. You see, I don't have to click the button. And I want to group by active status by default, and then I click OK. Here I will press Ctrl S to save the change. So as you can see, these are the companies that are grouped by the active status. They are all active. I do not work with any terminated companies at the moment, so there is no terminated group over here. And these companies are on in the construction and then crane and lifting industry. If I want to edit this view, I would say edit current view. And then I narrow down my filter. And if I want to share this with any other coworker, I then can change the accessibility over here. So here I will share with all of my company's coworker. When I hit save, there will only be two companies. And then because I manage these companies, right? So I want to access them quickly, and then I will pin this view so that I do not have to switch view the next time. In case that you want to uh, choose another grouping option, then just click on default from view and then select another criterion, another display field to group by over here. And the next thing is to remove the connection of your company with another one. So here I'm working under social builders and we do service of the trust inspections. But then now we have ended contract with each other and we do not want to keep this connection anymore. No more sharing data. I can open this trust inspection, view the connection detail, And right over this panel over here, you can see there is a button which allows you to quickly remove the connection uh, in both sides. So if I click save, there will be a confirmation. So in case that you do not click this button by mistake, this looks good. So I will yes, confirm it, and the connection is gone. You, we cannot access the equipment data anymore, and then stress inspection cannot see my equipment data. And that's it for the enhancement in Onix Work company's model. Next, we will come to a new feature in Onix Worker, which is to check out and check in equipment. So as I have noted earlier, if you want to use this feature, you have to make sure that your role has a sub-privilege called check out in equipment Onix Worker, and then your company have to have at least one Onix Toolstar license. Here you can see that I am the administrator of the company. So when I come to licenses in the settings, I see that my company has 5 Onix Toolstar license. This is more than enough. And I come to user and roles, and I check my own user privilege. Here you will see that okay, this role and the license has the checkout and check-in equipment. This is good. I have this sub privilege, so I can do the checkout and check-in equipment. So I will go to Onix Worker. This is an just for demonstration. This is a view from a desktop, but in case that you are using it in real life, it will be in the mobile application. Okay, so I have pinned this view. So now to check out or check in on equipment, I will swipe on this equipment and then I use check out in. In case I am checking out or checking in many equipment, I'll click on the multiple select and then select them to check out or check in. And there will be a button in the toolbar at the bottom. Okay. But today I only want to check out one truck. So I will select check out and I will use this truck for until 14th of May. Apply. And it will be in this stubborn hole. Continue. Check reviewing the information. So now I have a new update that I will extend my usage until 15. So I'll change the expected return date and then save it. Now I tap on confirm. And this equipment has been checked out. If you back to the equipment model and you open the equipment, you can see the section Toolstar, which specifies the status checked out and the one who performs the action. Now, if I want to check in this equipment, I will click on the plus button over here and then click on check in, check out, check in, and then I will choose check in the equipment. Then this equipment will be checked out. And that's all for checking out and checking in of the equipment from Onix Worker. Next, we will have a demonstration of the man and sub equipment from the Onix Worker. If you are using the feature in Unix Inspect, it is the same. And uh, if you have any question about these features, then you can send a question in the public chat, or after this webinar, you can always send an email to us at support@onix.com. Okay, so here I am in Onix Worker. This is an equipment, right? And now This icon shows that this is a main equipment and this one is a sub equipment. So when I click on this main equipment, I can see the section over here. I can open it to view. So for example, now I know that the link is incorrect. Then how can I remove this link? I can swipe left and click on remove. Or if I want to check once again before I remove the link, then I will open it, click on it to open and see the details of this equipment before I do any action. And in case that I want to connect more sub-equipment into this main equipment, what can I do? I will tap on this plus button over here and then choose add sub-equipment because this is already identified as a main equipment so that you only have one option. But if there is no link in this equipment just yet, then you will have two options, either to add main or to add sub-equipment. So now I will choose this one. And there are two methods for you to add. You can search manually in the list, or if you have a scanner connected to your device already, then you can scan. So now I will choose to search. This is a list of active equipment in my company. So now I will add a chain block to this main equipment. I click on it to view the detail, and this is the one I am looking for. So I will come back to the list and then swipe to add. In case that you are adding a lot of sub equipment, then you can click on the multiple selection and select a list of sub equipment to add in. And yes, that's all. So I will come back. And then here you can see that in the sub equipment list, we have two sub equipment connected to this rope for arrest block. This is also similar in Onix Inspect. So now I will come to this equipment. This is a sub equipment that is uh, added to the main equipment earlier. So here it also has the main equipment section. Open it and then you will see the main equipment. Click on it to view the detail or swipe to remove the link. Please note that each main equipment may have multiple sub, but then if a sub equipment can only have one main equipment. And this feature will be really useful when you have a big equipment which has many accessories attached to it. So when you inspect, then you inspect a whole big equipment. So then this main sub-equipment feature will come to use in that scenario. Okay, so we have come through all the three features in Onix Work, Onix Worker, and Onix Inspect. So now we come to the debut of a new uh, application, which is the Maker, Onix Maker. This is designed for the producers to input the uh, equipment ID from the manufacturing point. So when you deliver the equipment to your customers, then you can use only pick and pack and then find and then scan quickly and then off the only pick and pack application will automatically identify the equipment to the picking process. So here the URL is maker.onixwork.com. I am a producer for the Sunshine Builders company. So here I have granted a user account in Onix Work under Sunshine Builders. So today I will upload a list of equipment that will be registered under Sunshine Builders. So now, firstly, I have to download import file template. So let's download it and then open it. Okay, sorry for a glitch earlier. So this is the import template that we provide. Here you can see that we support product number, serial number, batch number, owner's equipment ID, production year, and global ID. Global ID is for the tagging of the equipment. And what can we do with this template? Then we will check the file currency. This is the list of rules that you have to adhere to. The format is excel.xlxx. Block number is required, and this block number must have been existed in Sunshine Builders. Otherwise, it will have an error. And the equipment information must follow the rule. So if the product says that serial number is required, it cannot be blank. Then this information must be filled in the import file. Serial number or batch number, each of these fields must be filled in. Global ID must be unique in Onix system. There is an instruction for the max length of each field over here. And finally, uh, the header names must match our list exactly. So if you can change the order of the columns, you can move the global ID to the first column. But then uh, we only support the names block no, serial no, batch no, owner's equipment ID, owner's equipped ID, gross year, quantity, and global ID. If these fields name are not the same, then there will be an error where you uh, up in, when you import the file and you will be notified about it. Okay, so limit 10,000 records per import, only 10,000 equipment per import, and the maximum file size is 30 megabytes. And make sure that just to be safe, ensure that your Excel file only has one uh, tab, one workbook, or you say the one sheet, depending on the application that you are using, because Onix Maker will find the data in the first sheet. Okay, so everything is ready. So I will drag and drop my files here. Okay, but then I will press. And I have prepared three files. So the first one is this file. So what will happen is there will be a validation. Uh, there will be a validation step. So if you have errors, you will be receive a feedback file. Now I will open it to see what's wrong with this. You can see there is a status error, and then the reason is here, global ID is required. Then I recognize that I haven't filled in the identification of my equipment just yet. So now I have to fix it. And fortunately, I have already prepared it. So I will upload another file. Here, if the validating is good, then your file will be uploaded and then it will be processed. And this process might take up to 24 hours. So you can leave the Onix Maker now. And when you receive an email saying the result of the upload, then you can check the result. So prior to this presentation, to this webinar, I have already uploaded some files. So this is my upload history. And if I have any coworker working for the order of sunshine builders, I can find their names over here. So these are the history of my three importing tabs. So here you can see that I have a failed upload. So I can click on view details and see that the error are given really clear feedback. So it says that serial number must follow the rule of product because this product 1045 requires the serial number to be filled in. It cannot be left blank. There are many any other types of errors, so you can receive the clear feedback to correct the errors. And this is one time that I uploaded successfully, it will have the status completed. And if this is the one that I just uploaded just earlier, that I showed you guys. So it has the status processing. There is another status saying completed with a certain number of items failed, which means that those items are not graded in Onix Work just yet. And the remaining items, the ones that are successful already, have been graded as equipment. So here you can see that I have already completed an upload earlier. So I will click on it and then see that there is uh, 29 equipment. And the first one has a serial number of 1044/002. And what can I do here? I can go to this work and I can find it under the company Sunshine Builders. So here I am opening the Onix Work Sunshine Builder and I am using the search for exact matches. I will find this equipment. And as you can see, I have found it. This was created from Onix Maker. As you can see, you can check in the equipment history of this equipment. Okay, so that's all for the Onix Maker. So then we can come to the final part, which is the question and answer session. So please let me know if you have any question. There is one question only in the private chat box asking if what if uh, my company does not have any Onix Tool Star license? How can we use the Onix Worker for check-in and check-out? And the answer from us is that you can contact your company's account owner from Onix, then you can be advised about the number of Onix Tool Store licenses that you can purchase so that you can use this feature. You only need one tool store license to check out or check in equipment from the Onix Worker. And we have no other question, so we can end this webinar. And if you have any extra question regarding this release feature, then you can always send a question to us in via support@onix.com, or you can come to Onix community and then create a new topic anywhere, and then uh, then we sure will reply to you promptly. And you can also receive help from other Onix users. So thank you for your attendance, and I hope you enjoy these new features in the Spring 2 release. Thank you.